Hi, this is Vreemdear. Welcome to my video. This is my first time recording my voice, so please go easy on me. Today I'm drawing my friend's OC, Sage, by LapiarieDraws. She drew my OC clean recently, and so I wanted to return the favor. I'll have a link to her channel down below, you should check it out. She's a really cool artist. Her style is very different to mine, it's much more painterly. So in my last video, I did the sketch completely in digital, which is something I'm trying to get used to, but normally I do the sketch in pencil, take a photo, and then do the line art over in Medibang. Now someone on Facebook asked me about what brushes I use, so right now in Medibang for the line art, I'm just using the regular pen tool with the corrections on usually 10. In this video I've got it on 11, which is probably just a mistake. Not much difference in one number though, so all good. So I do the line art in Medibang and then I move it over to Paint Tool Sage to do the colouring. And one of the reasons for this is simply the fill tool, the bucket tool. In Paint Tool Sage you can choose how much information the bucket tool is going to ignore. So if you've got gaps in your line art, it'll fill it in anyway. And I try to have it as high as possible because this means there'll be no tiny white pixels between the fill color and the line art. Whereas if I fill in on Medibang, there is a tiny bit of a white gap, which is like literally the only problem I have with that program. Now, a lot of digital artists will just create a layer underneath and then color manually. I have hand issues, so it's a lot easier for me to have clean line art with no gaps and then fill it with the bucket. It saves my hand a lot of pressure, which means I can draw more, yay. So there will always be gaps in my line art. And so what I do when I go to fill it in is I go and I find all the little spaces and I fill them in so that the bucket tool will work. Okay, so Sage, my friend's OC. I don't know too much about her. I know that she's a witch and she has a very elegant design, very like sleek hair and simple clothing, very like monochrome black and white clothing. You can see a tiny picture of her on the screen, but if you want to really look at her, you have to go see my friend's page. So I tried to emulate Sage's elegant design with the composition of this piece. So it's very simple colours, there's a bit of black, white, bit of mint, a bit of red, lots of empty space where not much is happening. Lots of repeated patterns. So I got the angle of her body and her arm leaning into her face for all the intense gaze. Well, I tried to anyway. Actually, at the very end of this piece, I moved her eyes slightly closer together because I thought I made her face a bit wide. Yeah, sometimes there are things you just don't notice are wrong until you take a break. Go walk around, come back the next day and you're like, oh wow, that's not right, that could be better. Someone on Facebook asked me to explain how I colour. I normally use the water brush on Paint Tool Sage to do all of my shading. I did it slightly differently for this picture because I wanted to have a real harsh but also kind of elegant, simple look. So this may not be the best example for me to give. In this one I really took advantage of the different layer modes that Paint Tool Sage has, which is cool. Now I almost forgot to put nails on her until right at the end. Whoops, I don't normally draw much nails or makeup, so this was kind of fun to do. Well, that about wraps it up, so thank you for watching, thank you for listening, or if you turned my voice off and listened to some music, that's cool too. I would do the same. Yeah, I hope to see you next time. See ya. And thank you for watching.